Okay, we should be live. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing?
I'm building a filter on Project GC.
For what?
Virtuals.
Oh,
Working on the show. Nothing like waiting till the last minute. We all know I procrastinate.
Yeah, exactly.
hey, guys. What's up? Tonight's show discussing your first virtual, guys. First, everybody, give us a call when the show goes on. Tell us about your first virtual you ever found. What was it like for you? First virtual is what we're talking about tonight. Virtuals. Be a fun show. Give us a call. 808-468-7924. Right here. Give us a call. We're down here. We're down there. Right there. Scrolling across the screen. Give us a call. Let's talk about virtuals.
It's actually there. I'll
Oh,
point
there you
to
go.
it.
Jesse's got it.
Right there.
She found it.
There it is. It's right there. Right, let's go that one that way. All right.
Oh, we're talking about the call-in number.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the first virtual since we were.
It's not here. Promise that.
No.
Oh, Leah wants to know if we send out show emails anymore.
I haven't.
Yeah, that's not my department. That's Jess's department.
That's my department, and my sincerest apologies. I have not for the past 3 weeks. I usually do it Monday mornings, first thing when I get into work. I set that up, and I have been so incredibly swamped at work this past month that I have not had time to do it. It's been on my to-do list every week, and every week I go, well, that was another fail. So my sincerest apologies.
They're not getting their
At least, well, now I know that there's at least one reader. So now I know,
I read them.
there's a reason. Okay, 2 readers. All right, we have 2 readers. Excellent. I will do it for you too.
There you go. So, for once, it's not my fault.
Yeah.
Oh, it's 100% my fault.
Hashtag blame Brown.
So
Yeah,
where's
I
my
should
word? Where's my Wordle?
Right? I
GCPC
should
Wordle.
maybe I should maybe
Yeah.
like find a time other than actual work to do
She's no boy.
non-work.
I won't
Jim Stark
comment.
does the word-
My
he
boss
does the
possibly
Wordle
could
each
be
week.
listening in.
You're denying Jim Stark the Wordle.
You do the
Look at that.
Wordle? Oh gosh, now I really feel terrible. Thanks for calling me out.
I
Actually,
didn't,
thanks
Lee.
for calling me out. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, hold
I
me
didn't.
accountable. I will. I'll work on that. I need to find another time of the week to dedicate to do that.
Nighttime. How about that? Maybe not during working hours.
We'll do it on lunch. No, I work during lunch.
Nighttime. All right, guys, let's hit this show. Guys, give us a call. 808-468-7924. 808 got swag. Guys, give us a call. Let's talk about your first virtual. Even if it was boring or sucked. We want to hear about it. Talk to me about it. I want to hear. See, it's not about what it is, it's how it was for you. Like it's such a different experience than a regular geocache. I want to know how you felt. How was it? Were you like, oh, this kind of blows, or were you like, this is awesome? Give us a call. Let's talk about that. All right. So even if it sucked, give us a call anyway. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
You want to know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. Come on, take a chance now. Go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means it's once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Burks. We have our co-host Short, and it's in the next room.
Hello.
Hi. And please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, Chaz 427.
Howdy, y'all. What was your first virtual?
Oh, that's right, guys. Tonight's episode 806, recorded live on February 28th, 2024, is Let's Discuss Your First Virtual. Phone lines are open, so give us a call, 808-468-7924. That's 808 got swag. And for your international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. But first, Chad, before we get to the show, we got to talk about the Patreon. Chad.
Gotta pay those bills.
Guys, it costs a lot of money to make this show work. There's two ways you can help us out. You can go to PayPal. It's PAYPAL.me/the geocaching podcast. You make a one-time donation like listeners do, like one of our listeners did, a great guy. I'm not going to call him out, but he's awesome, and we love him, and he helped us out. Or, guys, you join Patreon. Guys, with Patreon, you get extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. You get stickers and coins and pat tags and pins. You get patron-only show, the coveted patron-only show at the end of the year, where we just give stuff away. And then you also get patron-only, regular patron-only shows. So, guys, you want to become a patron. It's the fun thing to do. There's a lot of stuff on the other side. So much stuff. There's 5 years worth of stuff up there. It's a lot of stuff up there. So you want to join, you can. You go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the geocaching podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachly. Cachly is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filtered searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachly has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachly.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Tonight, we're also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hider who would rather go cache and do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is a magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Find them at ftfgeocacher.com.
And by the Max's Body Company. The Max's Body Company makes handmade body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Pecan soap, itch spray, and 2-cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max's Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRACTICAL, geocaching.com.
And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL, if you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, you've gone to the right place. Give them the opportunity to show you how they can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And by pattags.com. For all your swag and pattag needs, visit our website to get creative help, to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pattags. With over 50,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pattag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And by Geocaching Adventures LLC. Geocaching Adventures is a full-service travel agency specializing in creating the ultimate worldwide geocaching adventure for cachers and non-cachers alike. What could be better than having your geocaching bucket list vacation all planned and led by a traveling expert? Learn more by visiting us at geocachingadventuresllc.com. That's geocachingadventuresllc.com.
And finally, by GeoGo. Go caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a Where I Go player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache notifications.
There it was. Oh,
They almost made it through. Sorry, all my fault. Optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TB logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting them at geogo.com. That's GEOOH-GO.com.
You got to get those Nash notifications.
The Nash notifications, the Nash
right.
codifications.
And as I got to get back to my show notes. All right. And as always, Chad, you can find links to our sponsors in our show notes. Oh, nope. On our website.
Or on our website.
Or on our website. Thank you, Chad. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, tonight, guys. We got any news? Anybody have any news? I don't know. I didn't look at the show notes to see if anybody put news.
We talked about community celebrations last week, right?
Yes, we did, right?
Okay. I vaguely, maybe. Chad,
Well,
do
I
you
mean,
remember?
we got a spoiler alert. We can cash coffee next week. We could
Yeah, that's true.
talk the heck out
Okay,
of it.
well, then I just have two quick things for our
Okay,
news because they're
sure.
relevant.
Let me hear it. Go.
Cedo season 1
Oh.
starts Friday, March 1st. That is just 2 days from now.
How about that?
Opportunity to get your Cedo. If you're in the
So the
Chicagoland area,
Cedo that
go
everyone's
to
getting-
Aurora for March Madness
So
any day
everybody,
in
so-
March.
so the Cedo tomorrow that everyone is getting doesn't count.
Yeah, doesn't count.
Oh,
Right,
that's
not till
cold.
March 1st.
That's cold.
But tomorrow is Leap Day. Find 4 caches tomorrow, or
Oh, don't
log
forget.
4 finds
Yeah.
tomorrow,
That's
Mhm.
right.
and you'll earn a
Chad,
souvenir.
Chad, we're looking at you.
I'm going to an event and
You
going
got
and
'em
getting
planned?
caches.
All right.
But I
We
was
have ours all
reading. I
planned
was
out.
reading David's message there,
David, who?
and
I started.
me.
Oh,
So
there we go. Oh,
DAS 929 here. The first one was GC 88 ZPC in Rhode Island. Not too monumental, but his favorite was GC 9P 6YZ Mendenhall Glacier. That was one of my favorites. Not my favorite, but one of my favorites that I've done. Secondly, and a question for you, Chaz. You talked about a small church virtual in Texas, but have you heard about GC 9P71N? And I had to look it up, and it's the smallest church, and it was a virtual reward. And looks like
is it the smallest church
is
in
that in Massachusetts? I gotta zoom out. Yeah, that's Massachusetts.
Jesse, didn't you
I
go to
hadn't
one of
heard of
those?
that one.
Jess, didn't you go to one of those? Like a super
The
small church?
smallest church. There is like a 6-person church at the geographical center of the contiguous United States in Canada. There's a traditional cache there.
Hang on.
And there's like a 6-room church.
How,
I mean, a
how-
6-person church.
why would the center point of the geographic United States be in Canada?
No, Kansas, I said.
You said
Didn't I
Kansas.
say?
You said Canada,
I'm so sorry.
I let it go because you're my wife and I love you. But
but I'm like,
Chad called you
I
out.
would have really confused people. I'm so sorry. In
I
my head, I heard Kansas.
No, you
I'm
said
so
Kansas.
sorry. No, in Kansas.
Yes. Oh, Kansas.
Sorry about that. So, how small is the smallest church in Massachusetts?
I gotta open the cache page.
Smallest
even
church,
Brent Sawyer-
5 foot by 11
Brent
foot.
Sawyer says you said Canada.
Sorry. That often happens. I don't know if it's like as I get older, just the wrong words come out. I don't know.
Well, didn't Bruce Springsteen, didn't he do like a commercial in one of those really super small churches? Like for like Super Bowl commercial or something like that?
Maybe. Yeah, I would say that this church is smaller than the one in Texas.
This one,
Not by
this,
much, but smaller.
GC 9P71N says it's 5 feet by 11 feet.
5 feet by 11 feet. That's like okay. It's like a cell.
It's like a shed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Very
Jeez.
small.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks. Who was it? Who put that out? Thanks, Dave.
Dave.
Good one, Dave. All right, guys. Talking about virtuals. Our first virtual, guys. There's phones already. Guys, hang on the call. We're gonna get to you guys. Sorry. Okay. So let's finish the news here. Sorry, Jesse. And find 4 caches tomorrow, guys. Don't forget, find 4 caches. You're gonna be super pissed if you don't. Super pissed, like Jesse. Just talk to Jesse about it. Just tell you all about it. All right, guys. I'm gonna
That's
start
not happening tomorrow.
What?
That's not happening tomorrow. I'm
No, I
gonna
mean-
find 4.
No, I mean like missing, not getting a
I-
cache on Leap Day.
I know. I'm gonna find 4 tomorrow.
Okay, let's start with just for our, hey, you know what? I'm just gonna start for our listeners who may not know what a virtual cache is. This is coming straight from geocaching's website. Chad, a virtual cache is about discovering a location rather than a container. The requirements for logging a virtual cache vary. You may be required to answer a question about the location, take a picture, complete a task, etc. In any case, you must visit the coordinates before you can post your log. The virtuals that you can find today are mostly great examples of this cache type, but they took a lot of time to review and it was difficult to determine guidelines for high quality virtuals. That is why we stopped publishing new virtuals in 2005. Oh, that's why. There you go. Chad, did you know why they stopped doing them?
I thought because of people putting ones. This is where I proposed to my wife at McDonald's at this chair. Blah blah blah.
Chair.
Yeah,
No, apparently because it's
some pretty bad ones.
I don't know if this is true or not, but it says literally on the website.
Yeah,
It took a lot of time to review, and it was difficult to determine guidelines for high quality. Well, difficult to determine guidelines for high quality virtual. It's a nice way of saying that.
I think that is more to the point, the difficulty to determine the guidelines for high quality virtuals, because there were apparently a lot of low quality ones being put out in the 04s, 05s.
Yeah, that's work speak for your virtuals kind of stunk. That's what that is. Yeah. Okay, so that's what a virtual is, guys. If you didn't know, if you're living under a rock. Chad,
Sir,
before we get to our first virtuals, do you know what the first virtual cache in the world was, Chad?
I know what the first virtual cache is claimed to have been in the world.
That's right, because guys, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the first virtual cache in the world, guys, that's like it's a controversy.
Yeah, so there's one in Kenya called Rift Valley, that apparently was backdated. And it conflicts with another cache, which I believe you have in the show notes. So I'll let you say.
Okay, so the first virtual cache, Rift Valley, like Chad said, that's GC53, and the cache was apparently backdated to June when it was originally put out in September. But the cache Virtual Dublin, which is GC60, could be the truest, oldest virtual. That being said, Rift Valley, Chad, still active. Still an active cache. But Virtual Dublin, not.
So it's likely the oldest active for sure.
The oldest active for sure. Yes.
Right.
Absolutely. Yes. But you know what I couldn't find? And Jesse, guys, I know who's going to find this. GSM Times 2 is going to find this.
Dave already found it.
The oldest cache in the United States. The first cache. Not the active. The first virtual cache in the United States. It's easy to find the active one.
Oh, I guess I wasn't the first. I was the first in Rhode Island that he had put in there. Okay.
The first cache in the United States.
That would be, yeah.
Virtual.
So someone find that and call them.
Someone's got to know. Someone's got to know. Yeah. Meanwhile, before I get to us, I'm going to get to the phone calls. We're going to start with, we've got North Dakota. Hey there. That means that's got to be Kelsey.
Oh, hey there.
Hey there, don't you know? Hey, darn tootin'. How you doing?
I'm doing good. You guys?
Doing well.
It's good.
To hear from you again. Did you have you?
Of course.
Have you found a virtual yet?
I have found 13 virtuals.
13 virtuals.
Lucky number.
13. Isn't that adorable? 13. All right. And what was your?
It's so little.
What's your first virtual?
So my first virtual I found in June of 2022.
June of 2022.
We were on our way. So North Dakota only had at the time 2 active virtuals.
Really?
And they were very far away.
And the entire state too? Before is this before the new ones started coming out?
Yeah.
No, she just said 2022.
So
when
we
was
had
the first round?
We had 2 rounds at least.
Yeah.
We just had our 4th round. That was our 4th.
Right.
So you're saying in 2022 there was only how many virtuals in North Dakota? 2.
That's
wow.
Wow.
The entire state. Wow. Okay. Just out of curiosity, how many are there now?
How many are there? I have no idea. I know a lot of the North Dakota cachers were part of the last round of virtuals. So there's been a lot of virtuals added since then.
Sweet.
Myself included.
Oh, well
Nice.
done. Have you put it out yet?
I did.
Where is
it was an hour south of where I live at a jailhouse of the last recorded lynching in North Dakota.
Nice.
Nice.
For the record, there are currently 18 virtuals in the entire state of North Dakota.
Oh, wow. Kelsey included?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
Well-
right here, the last lynching with 10 favorite points.
Oh, look at you with the
Oh.
favorite
Very
point.
nice.
Hey. Okay, so talk to me about your first virtual.
So we were on our way to Clayton, Idaho for a family reunion.
Mhm.
And just southwest of Bozeman, Montana, which is where we stopped for the night, there was a virtual.
Mm-hmm.
So that would have been my first virtual. And I told my snuggle muggle, I have to go. You can rest. I'll lose the sleep. It's fine. So I drove at sunset to a little pioneer museum, and it was closed. But the main building of the museum was a little old schoolhouse.
Mhm.
And the virtual is called Little Bear Schoolhouse. It's GC7B8Y Delta. And yeah, it was pretty fun. All I had to do was walk up and pose like one of the wooden statues in front of the schoolhouse. I thought it was great.
Nice.
That's kind of nice.
So great that in less than a week after finding my first, I landed at 6. I had 6 total for the week.
Wow.
Just virtuals, really? Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, how new were you? Just out of curiosity, cash wise.
I was 2 years in.
2 years in before you found
Wow.
your first virtual.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. So you obviously.
Well, there's only 2 in her entire
I guess
state.
yeah, there's
Right.
only 2 in there. I guess. It's like
And they're
a-
and they're all on the eastern side, and I'm on the way far west. So it's like 6
Oh.
hours ish to my nearest virtual.
Oh. Wow, that's tough.
Yeah.
And probably have one closer. Probably Montana probably had a closer one than
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say within 6 months after finding my first one, I got the other 2 in the state at the time.
Mhm.
Because I went down to do the Geo Tour. One of them's by the Geo Tour, and then I swung up to get counties north of Gilby, and the other one's north of Gilby.
Oh, we missed it, Jess.
So-
We missed that. How did we miss that? How far north?
I don't think we went north of Gilby.
Oh, like how did we not snag that while we were there? Okay, and so you knew what they were, obviously. So you thought it was cool. So
Yeah.
so you thought it was. Did you?
Oh, I loved it.
Yeah. Did you find it weird not to sign a cash?
Super weird. I'm like, great. I'm like, if you pose at the wrong spot, like, oh no, am I gonna get deleted? But it's got me hooked because now I'm like looking for the nearest virtuals when I go places, and when I get close, like you feel that like childish excitement. Like I know what I'm looking for. I know
Right,
what to
sure,
expect.
sure.
Here I am, still excited to see it.
Sure. Yeah. Well, come to Chicago. There's plenty. We're loaded with them. They're all over.
I've gotten one in Chicago.
Have you? Which one? Which one did you get?
The one in the airport.
Oh,
Oh,
Bessie. Is that her name? I don't even know what her name is. I think that's her name. It's
I
the
can't
dinosaur.
remember.
It's the dinosaur.
Yep, it was a dinosaur.
Yeah. I don't think that's a spoiler. You gotta take a picture. No, actually, you gotta know the gate number. The gate number is the
Right.
the
Is that the ORD?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not one of my most favorited. I did not give that one a favorite point. Sorry.
No, why not? You didn't give it a favorite?
No.
Oh, poop on you. Poop on you, Chad. All right.
But I'm a
kid.
history junkie, so like any cool virtual that highlights some kind of history, you got me. You're getting a favorite point.
All right, Kels, be well. It's good to hear from you.
All right, you guys too.
We talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
Oh, so we got North Dakota. Let's move on here. Connecticut. Connecticut.
That's right.
Hey, Skip.
It's everybody's favorite firefighter.
We're tired. We're tired.
That's right. They're firefighter. Hey, you guys weren't near any of those tornadoes last night, were you?
Yeah, we sure were.
Yeah, actually.
Next town up.
That's funny.
God.
Aaron
Oh, really?
texted me. He's like,
Mhm.
they're heading towards Vernon Hills. I'm like, I texted him back. I'm like, I'm in Vernon Hills. Like,
Yeah, they were pretty close. It was the sirens here went off like 3 or 4 times and pretty loud, but we're all okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Fine.
Lots of trees down this
Yeah.
morning
Yeah. Really.
Mm.
The streets are all messy.
Yeah,
and a drop
I've
of
experienced that around here.
in temperature of like 60 degrees.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
It was literally 73 degrees yesterday. It was
I-
23.
I woke up to ice on my car this morning. I had to scrape my car.
Crazy.
Well, you got that pressure differential, and you got
Mhm.
the cold and the hot front, and bam. Yep.
Do you know how cold it feels when you drop 50 degrees? That feels
Pretty
cold.
freaking
Yeah, we're supposed
cold.
to have a drop of about 30 degrees tonight.
Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 60s again by the weekend.
Anyway,
Sorry. Anyway, Skip, let's talk about your first virtual.
well, so far I have 533 virtuals. And
Wow.
the first one
Nice.
came about 4.5 months after I started caching in May 31st of 2005.
Mhm.
And appropriately enough, it was next to a fire station.
Oh, nice.
And it was a mural on a rock surface of a fire dog, and you had to put down a date and name from the picture, from the
picture?
painting.
Right. Yeah, we've seen those. Yes, sure. And is it still active?
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Where
Yes,
is
it
it? Did you say? I'm sorry. I missed where it was.
It's in Connecticut. It's in
Oh.
Connecticut.
So how deep into caching were you? I'll see it.
4.5 months.
4.5 months. What took you so long? Just out of curiosity. No, I'm serious. I'm in Kelsey 2.5 years. Hey, you know what? She's like 6 hours for a month. I'll give her a pass. You come on. They're all over the place in Connecticut.
Well, it was like an hour away, and at that time I was only finding maybe 10 caches a month
Uh-huh.
instead of 10 caches a day.
An
or
hour. Okay.
Yeah.
And so it took you 4 months. Well, I'm assuming by then you knew what they were. Did you know what virtuals were by then?
Not really,
No.
because I was so new. But I got the gist of it pretty quickly, and of course carried on from there to over 500 now.
Yeah, oh God. And what'd you think of virtuals? Did you think it was silly? Did you think, hey, these are kind of cool? I want to do more.
Well, I have seen some dull ones, but I've seen a lot of cool ones.
Mhm.
One that comes to mind is in the Orlando airport, called the Weary Traveler.
The Orlando airport. I was just
in
in the
a
Orlando
glass
airport. How did I miss that?
enclosed room, and it looks like a real live person that's like sleeping on the floor of the terminal.
Really?
Yeah.
What's the GC of that one? Is that still
That one-
around?
That one's got to be up in the top favorite.
It's at the Orlando airport.
I was in the Orlando airport, wasn't I? Jesse, did I land in the Orlando airport?
I'm not sure where you went. But yeah, if you didn't get that, that was silly. I can't remember what that one's called. I know it's like one of the
Weary
top.
Traveler.
Weary Traveler.
Does
I
it?
know.
What's the date on it? Or
Like I said, I don't have it off the top of my head, and I didn't pull it up either. But that was one that comes to mind as pretty cool. To see that in the middle of an airport.
Yeah,
and
I've
it
got
looks
it.
so lifelike.
It's
I've seen pictures of it.
GC 297.
Yep, I just got that. Yeah, I've seen pictures, and wait, that's not it.
Wait, that's
It's not GC 297. That's definitely not it.
Geocache. That literally
There
wrote
we
what I
go.
wrote. Weary
Yep,
Traveler.
me too.
There we go.
Weary
I
Traveler.
apologize. It's GC 600.
Nope, that one's also in New York.
That's in New York. My mistake. This is way too difficult to find.
Somebody out there must have it. Jeez.
Let's see. It's not that one.
Way too difficult to find.
This is no kidding. Wait, it's in goodness. This makes for a great podcast. Let's everyone just Google
Weary Traveler
and see what we can find.
Get the correct GC number. I don't think I found it. If that's anyway, I don't.
You would remember it, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember if I did not. I got into the airport at 1 a.m. I was just trying to get a car. I didn't care. Like, I just wanted to go to bed. So I really wasn't interested in. Yeah. But surprisingly, I'm shocked. No, I couldn't have gone into Orlando because I had plenty of time on the way back. I would have gotten it. So I think, in fact, there was an Adventure Lab in that airport that I got. So whatever Florida airport over there got that. I got.
Yeah, I'm on the map page here, and there isn't a Weary Traveler one. There's Wings Over Orlando, which was placed
Wasn't Orlando? I could have sworn it was
in
Orlando.
2002, but that's
Sure you're
really not
sure
in the
where it
airport.
is? Sure, it's not New York.
And there's
No, it was
2019.
in Florida.
Uh,
I could swear it was Orlando. Wait a minute. Oh, Paging Mr. Van Winkle. I'm sorry.
Paging Mr. Van Winkle. Okay,
There you go.
and that's a 2019 one.
890Y9. I thought it was Weary Traveler. Paging Mr. Van Winkle.
Okay.
Oh yeah, look. That one
And
works.
that's 2019 virtual.
Is that him
So
right
what
there
was
in that
that? The
picture?
first round of the awarded ones?
I think I've been that individual before.
Actually, in there, yeah, sleeping in a.
Yeah, he's just so lifelike.
Yeah, I didn't fly into that airport. Okay, that makes sense. I don't feel bad now.
But dead tired.
I flew in the Fort Lauderdale. That's where I was. Sorry.
All right. Well, there's something for you to do the next time you go to Florida.
Absolutely, I'll be there. Yeah, next time I hopefully don't have to go to Florida again forever. But if I do, yeah, I'll make sure to fly into Orlando so I can get that.
Mhm.
Okay, so Skip. So getting back now that we went on our 5-minute rabbit hole. So you thought it was really cool? Did you think? Wait, that was your first one, right?
The one, the one that I did
Yes.
for my first one.
Yes.
It was interesting, but it was right up my alley because it's fire department related.
Right.
Next to a firehouse, and it was about their fire dog, their Dalmatian dog, named Spot, or Sparky rather. Sparky was the name of him.
Oh.
And you had to find a date
Sparky
that he died.
Oh,
Aw.
oh
painted
no.
I'm sure plenty of Dalmatian fire dogs have been named Sparky and Spot.
And
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
why? Tell us, Skip, really quickly. Why do fire departments have Dalmatians?
Because back in the day when they had the horses drawn fire engines,
Yeah.
the dogs would run ahead of the horses. They weren't afraid of the horses, and they would run ahead of the horses to chase people out of the way.
Why Dalmatians? Why that just because they weren't afraid of the horses?
Well, yeah, because they worked well with the horses and whatnot.
Interesting.
That's what I read
Hmm.
in some history stuff about
Wow,
it.
you'd know more than
You haven't been you weren't a firefighter that long ago.
Oh,
I'm teasing.
wow.
I'm teasing. He knows that.
She kids because she loves. Skip.
That's right.
So you meant to say was when I was a firefighter back then with the horses.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
We had one.
No, but I did ride in the days when we used to hang on the back of the fire engine.
Oh,
unlike
God.
now,
Oh wow.
everybody
They don't
belted in.
Yeah, they don't do that anymore. No.
No, they stopped that in the early 80s because of
Deaths?
safety concerns
Deaths?
of people falling off and getting run over and whatnot.
Okay. All right, Skip. Thank you for the history lesson as a firefighter. Appreciate it. Sorry for that rabbit hole, guys. Always good to hear
All
from you,
right,
buddy.
guys.
We'll talk to you. Be well.
Have a good night.
Bye.
Like,
So Chad,
Mm-hmm.
talk to me about your thoughts. Like really quickly before we talk about your first virtual, how deep into caching were you before you found your first virtual?
It was my 13th cash find,
Oh, there you go.
but it was 4.5 months into caching.
Wow. Jess, what about you? How deep into caching were you?
9 months.
9 months.
Mhm.
Wow.
And it was find number 30.
Find number 30. I have no idea. I did not look at which find it was for me, but I started, let's put it this way. I started in July 24th of 2008, and I found my first virtual on, hold on August 12th, 2008. So less
Oh,
than a
wow.
month later, I found my first. But I remember when I first started, I saw all these different cache types, and I said to myself, "Wow, I really want to experience these." So I really tried to hit as many as I possibly could. You know, I spread the love, so to speak. You know, I
Right.
tried to find just to see what they were like to try and get a gauge of the game.
Were you a premium member right off the bat?
Right after first day, yeah, first day.
I think that makes a big difference.
Yep.
Because now I don't think non-premium can even see a virtual or anything other than
No,
traditional, correct?
right? Yes, I think
Right.
you're right.
So, yeah. So for me, I was not a premium at that point. So,
Well, back
you know,
then you could see all
you could
you could see
Yeah,
everything except for the premium onlys.
correct. Right. So now, like if you are not a premium member, you don't even know that these exist. More than likely.
aside from you're missing the icons, I guess, unless you go to the website and you can see. I think a lot of the players these days don't even go to the website. You definitely
No,
don't need to anymore. You know,
no, they download the app on their phone and they pay for it through their app store.
don't even have
Mhm.
to see.
And they don't, that's when you see, like, don't you see on people's profile, like, email not verified or something like
Right.
that?
I mean, yeah,
Because they didn't sign up
they've never been on the site.
through the website.
Right.
Never been on the site. Oh, look at this. Escape from Flatland says my first cache was a virtual.
Oh, wow.
How do you not call in when your first cache was a virtual? That's a story. Your first cache? How was that?
It didn't find his first traditional until his 7th cash
Fine.
find.
Amazing, dude.
What was your first?
Yeah, you've got to tell us the story, dude. You got to call it. Come on, dude. We don't bite. So Chad, so yeah, so
Mhm.
that was my theory. Was I really wanted to kind of mix it up. I was new to the game, and I really wanted to see what this was all about. All the different variations of the game, is what I really wanted to see. That's why I found a lot of the icons pretty quick, just to see what it was. What about you, Chad? What was your did you know what it was? Did you know, like,
I knew vaguely what it was. So keep in mind, so I joined like October 17th of 2010, a week after the 10-10-10. And I basically went out real quickly over 2 weekends and found 11 traditional caches. I had ordered and got a handheld GPSR to go caching, and then I didn't do anything, and I'm sitting over in China, in Xi'an, China at the time, and it's like, are there any caches here? And so I look, and there's one cache within 100 miles, and it was the Terracotta Warriors exhibit. So it's like, okay, I need to go to the Terracotta Warriors exhibit. And this was the weekend. This was the weekend between 1 week in Xi'an and the next week in Shanghai. And at the end of so I got the Terracotta Warriors. So that was number 12. And when I'm in Shanghai, before my flight goes out a week later, I'm like, are there any caches around here? And it's like, okay, there's this virtual over here. I want to go check out this virtual. And I also got one other cache, another traditional there, but it was the virtual that that we're talking about here. It's called It's a Bird, It's a Plane, and then China in brackets. And the GC code is a GC E008. It's 3 bronze statues staring up at the sky. So they're, like this, looking up in the sky, and they're asking you, to pose in a similar manner with the statues and get a picture taken. So, of course, you're looking for Superman, and this was before smartphones had selfie mode, so I had to give my relatively brand new smartphone over to a someone that I didn't know to take a picture. And of course, it's a poor quality picture, but anyways, the cache is still active, and but yeah, I thought it was actually a pretty decent virtual, although the writing of the story could have been better.
So if I go to that cache and I go all the way down to 2008, I'll see a picture of young Chad.
2011.
11 young.
March 2011.
Oh, I
I will. You will not see gray in my hair.
Yeah,
at that point.
Like, you're a young little Chad. Everybody
And
will find it.
You'll even see a phone hoster on my belt.
Oh, you were IT, of course there was.
Yes.
We have got Iowa on the line. I think this is Escape from Flatlands. Am I correct?
Yes.
Hey, how are you? You okay?
I'm doing good. I've got RSV, so I probably sound horrible.
You sound okay.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Okay, so you say I'll try and like lead you here, so you don't have to keep talking. Your first cache was a virtual.
Yeah.
That is,
and it's a complicated virtual. I looked at what it is.
I had a premium membership before I even found a cache.
Oh, nice. Okay, so how does that happen?
I'm not quite sure. I'm guessing there was probably beer involved. I had heard about caching from my battalion surgeon in the Oregon National Guard, and so I'd been looking it up online. So I probably bought a premium membership after a happy hour one night.
Oh, that's so funny. And how long?
So in January it was raining and started looking around.
And you found a virtual cache.
Yep. My first two finds were virtuals in January of 2009.
Your first two finds. That's fantastic. Yeah. Okay. So when you found your first real cache, did you even know what to do? You're like, oh, there's a box.
Oh, yeah.
There's a
box.
But
it was creepy. I was in a cemetery in the coastal range of Oregon, and it was all misty and foggy. And I'm looking for, the cache right on the edge of the graves in the overgrown forest. And it's like, what's going to happen? Is the banjo going to start strumming?
I just can't believe. I mean, I can honestly say there's not too many people walking this planet. The first two geocaches were virtuals. You got.
I had a first to find on an Earth cache before I had a traditional find.
Oh my gosh!
Don't laugh, dude. You're gonna hurt yourself. Don't laugh.
I know.
Wow, that is insane. That is okay. So I have to know, and you probably don't know. You probably don't know this answer, but do you know what is it? Just the ratio. On what's it called though? It's the traditional to non-traditional ratio, right? Of percentage of caches. What's that called?
I don't know mine. I'm sure it's horrible.
I mean, are most of your caches like puzzles, or are they mostly traditionals and stuff? Because you don't seem like
probably mostly traditionals and mysteries from all the artworks.
Really? GSM times 2 says he could be the hardest geo bingo square ever. You got that
right?
Yeah, you got that right. I mean, God, Lord.
I don't see how I don't have this cache.
8 states and 3 countries in my first 100.
Your first 100 was 8 states and 3 countries?
Including Kuwait and Iraq.
Including Kuwait and Iraq.
I don't see how I don't have this.
Like the oddball if I show up at an event and they have geo bingo.
You must have been in I'm assuming military. This has got to be military if you're in Kuwait.
Yeah.
It's got to be military. Wow. That is insane, dude. Absolutely insane.
I've got 3 other virtuals within a mile of this.
What'd you say, buddy? Sorry. Hold on, Chad. What?
I better go before my voice gives out.
Go, absolutely. Go. Thank you so much for coming in, dude.
Feel better.
That's a great story. We appreciate your time. Bye-bye. Go ahead.
I don't see how I missed this virtual. I got 3 other virtuals within a mile of this one,
And you
Well-
didn't get that one?
and I
Yeah.
didn't get this one.
Probably because it's like a 4-stager.
Maybe
It's not-
maybe that was it. Maybe
that's
maybe.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? Okay, now I remember this one. Okay, the multi-stager one there, and we one of the stages we wasn't active at the time or something.
Mm. Okay. So for the record, I don't think we said it out loud. For the record, the GC on his first one is GC 7702. It's in downtown Portland, Oregon, and it's like a 4-stage. You have to count some stuff and figure out, your next coordinates and
Brown.
yeah.
You're gonna look me dead in the eye and tell me that this guy's first cache ever was a 4-stage virtual.
Virtual.
I mean, so he claims. I
Wow.
want to know if the second one was Look Down, because this one is called Look Up,
Mhm.
and there's a sister cache to it called Look Down.
I don't even like doing 4-stage virtuals now, and I'm like 23,000 in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
Agreed.
like, I give it a snarky look.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Agreed.
Wow. Dude, you are a different breed, cacher, than I. Very different breed.
Mm.
That's bad. It's just a different breed. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
We've got Ohio on the line. Star Casher. Hello, buddy.
Howdy. My first virtual was GC518E, called The Unknown. It was my 105th find, and it was just under 2 months since I started geocaching.
Oh, nice.
I was on a trip from Toledo down to Newport Richey to my uncle's place, and I stayed at a motel just east of Chattanooga, Tennessee. And when I got up in the morning, I, of course, did some geocaching around the motel.
Sure, of course.
And one of the first cache that was the closest to the motel was a virtual. The one I just mentioned, it's basically at a old Confederate cemetery that was right next to them. It was pretty close to the motel, and I don't remember too much about it. I do kind of vaguely remember the cemetery, but I mean, it was a simple question that you had to answer. But so my first virtual it's 462 miles from my home.
Wow.
It's a long ways away, but
All right. Well, that's okay. And so were you excited to go see a virtual? Were you curious? Were you like, okay, well, I guess I'll see what it's like? You know.
I think it was just the fact that it was, close to the motel. I was just, at the time, I was just doing geocaches as when it was convenient. I think I was still doing the ones really close to the home and stuff, and maybe just within the town. So this was the first time I ever found one on a trip. Well, other than I'm sure I did the day before on the way down. I'm sure I stopped at, places along the way. But so this was the first, I guess, the second day of a trip that I was doing geocaches during a trip. So that was kind of interesting, just to get away from home, seeing different things. And so, no, I mean, there wasn't anything special about trying to get it. It was just that it was the closest one. It was, my log says it was the first find of the day. So it was probably the closest one to the motel
Sure.
that I've seen it. So, I mean, I don't think I really paid much attention to, this is my first virtual.
you just did it.
Now that virtual does have currently has 216 favorite points. So
there you go.
it's an old virtual from 2002.
Right.
So it's a very old virtual. So apparently it's a fairly good one. I just noticed I never give it a favorite point, but
Yeah.
maybe I'll go and do that just to,
All right, buddy.
retroactively here.
You be well. Thanks for calling in.
But yeah, that was kind of interesting.
We'll talk to you. Be
Okay,
well.
no problem.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ohio. Let's talk to. I'm gonna go to California. Oh, that bark. Hello.
Hello. So I don't think my first virtual was
too interesting. It was my 76th find. Let's see, 6 months after, and my log just says I had to drop the car off to get new tires and such, provide a perfect opportunity to walk around town and get a couple of nearby caches. So I don't think I really even knew what was going on. But the reason I called was to tell you about my DNF on a first to find for a virtual.
DNF.
Oh,
I got a DNF on a virtual when I was going first to find. I'm driving home, kind of a little bit early, and think, hey, I'm just going to check and see what's over here. And oh my gosh, there's a first to find. And it's one of those virtuals, one of those reward virtuals. So I drive on over there, and the person who said it attended an opening for this mural. And there he is, and he's all excited, and he gets it published. And the mural wasn't completely done, so they covered it up.
Oh
So there it is. I just looking, and all I see is all this canvas all over the place, and yeah. So had to go home without it, and the next day, or I think I went down there, and somebody had already found it. Someone already got the first to find.
That's a shame.
you gotta peek underneath the canvas.
Yep.
Yeah, you can lift that sucker up, man. Come on, go all in.
Yeah, well, it was behind gates. It was behind fencing. So yeah. Anyway, so that was that. I am looking forward to the next round of virtuals, and definitely going to see if I can grab a first to find on a virtual, but we'll find out.
All right, buddy. You be well. We'll talk to you.
I am always well. You have take care. Talk to your kids later.
All
Bye
right,
bye.
bye-bye.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Oh, come on. Oh, I almost dropped myself. That would be bad. We got one more here, I think. We have got Virginia. Joey, hello.
Hey, Scott, how you got tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good. So I thought that I would give a call and share my first virtual. I think that you and Jesse, being baseball parents, may appreciate it. My first virtual, probably still my favorite virtual of all time. I've got 46. It's called Aaron's Home. It's GC58A1. GC58A1. So when the Atlanta Braves moved into Turner Field from the Fulton County Stadium where they played for years, Fulton County got demolished and turned into the parking lot. They left the outline of the stadium in the parking lot, and they have a section of the original outfield wall from Fulton County Stadium where Hank Aaron's record-breaking 750th home run went out of the stadium. And there's a small monument there dedicated to that, a statue of Hank Aaron.
Oh, nice.
Built into the parking lot. There's a small bronze home plate and a commemorative plaque. I found that about 2 months into my geocaching career. I don't know how many caches I had prior to that, but 2 months in, I found that one. Again, still my favorite. I love that cache.
That's a great one. Where is that?
What's the GC number one more time?
Hang on just a second, Jess. I've got it written down. It's GC58A1.
A1.
Yeah, and we actually found that we went when the Braves were moving out of Turner Field. My family and I went to the last game there, so that was kind of the bookend on the whole thing. Last game in Turner Field, we got to visit my first virtual, the Hank Aaron Memorial, so to speak. It's pretty cool with the original section of the outfield wall that they moved or kept in place. So
we've been there twice. How have I not?
How did we? I was just going to say that.
Twice.
Oh my gosh,
How did that get by me? How did that happen?
Yeah, we've.
Oh, add it to the list.
That's on the list.
Thanks, man. We added it to the list, buddy. I will be visiting that someday.
Yep.
Next time I'm in Atlanta, I guess. I don't know when's the next time I'll be there, but yeah.
Right. Well, thanks a lot for letting me share. You guys have a good night.
You too, buddy. Thanks so much for calling in. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, how did that get by us?
I don't know. Because we were there to fill our fizzy. We were not there to find virtuals.
Oh my goodness, how did that get by?
We had the wrong
good one too. Hank Aaron's were that's awesome. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I got. I know it's getting late here, so and we have still have so much to talk about. I do have an email from Merlin 1392. He said, "GCPC gang, hope this finds you well. I'll be in Texas at the Leap Day Mega when you read or discuss this on the show. While it's not my first virtual, I will be placing my first virtual in keeping with this topic.
Very cool.
It can be done for any state, but since I live in Michigan, I started there. Could I complete a fizzy of virtual caches in Michigan? I started to chart the answer and found out it's a no. My next question was, could I find a virtual fizzy in the USA? The answer again came back no. I've attached a grid, which you guys can't see, of where the green boxes are for virtuals in Michigan. The blue boxes are for virtuals in the United States. You'll see 5 white boxes. The numbers inside are the total available in the world for that DT combination.
Wow.
Yeah. I am planning to hide my VR4 with a DT of 5.2. How do you hide a 5.2 virtual? That's interesting.
You make it
You-
really, really hard to solve this to get the answer.
Mhm.
So he's doing that so one more box may be filled in the United States. Hopefully, others will hear about this and do their best to complete the fizzy of virtuals in the United States.
Wow.
So guys, if you want to see this chart, it is on our show notes. All you have to do is go to our website, geocachingpodcast.com, go to this show, episode, what are we on, 806. You could see the chart. For the record, the chart is DT combination still out there needing to be done, which is shocking. There's only 5 left. Blows my mind. There is 3.5, 1.5, a 4, 2.5, a 4, 3, a 4, 3.5, and a 5, 2.
Wow.
That's amazing. That's it. If we fill those, you can get a virtual fizzy
In the US.
in the United States. Yeah, only in the United States. That's
Mhm.
crazy. Absolutely
Mhm.
crazy.
So there are only 4 virtual caches with a 5.2 in the whole United States, and there's a lot of boxes with only 1.
No, the whole
I mean,
world.
in the whole world. I'm sorry. I said the
Mhm.
wrong word again. Jeez. But there are a lot of boxes here with just 1.
Yeah.
Well, I think those he might have been like
One in the
one in Michigan for the green coated ones, but
Right.
I think there'd be more than one in the USA and definitely
Right.
more in the world.
But there's a lot of blue boxes with just a 1, like
Yeah.
a 5, 2.5. There's only 1 virtual with a 5, 2.5 in the United States. There's only 1, 3.5, 2. There's only 1, 3.5, 2.5.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not going to start working on my virtual fizzy. Sorry.
I can't even fathom that. All right. So,
Yeah.
Chad, you told us about your first. We got me and Jesse left.
So I already told it.
Yeah, you told you. Is there more to yours?
Nah, not really more to mine. So
For me, my first cache, I have 204 total virtuals. My first virtual was called 19 Years of Service. It is GC8FFE. It is currently archived. It was a plaque for the infamous wooden bridge in Long Grove. The cache was archived in 2009 and placed in 2002. I found it in 2008. The cache was archived because the owner didn't respond to emails, Chad. The worst.
huh.
Worst kind. It says the cache page says this cache owner's account has an invalid email address. If the owner cannot be emailed and is not logging into the site, then the cache is not being maintained. Hush. Plus an archive. So
do virtuals really need to be maintained?
No, they don't. So this cache was at the infamous wooden bridge in Long Grove. Jesse, you want to speak about the wooden bridge in Long Grove?
Well, it's not just any wooden bridge, it's a covered bridge.
A covered wooden.
That's important.
It is.
It is a covered bridge
Yes.
that very clearly has a height restriction.
Does it though?
Well, many people don't.
Is the height level getting higher?
Many people don't think so.
Chad,
It's on like the National Registry of Historic Places. Like it has been there for I don't even know how long.
Forever. Yeah.
And
it's been there since I can tell you how long it's been there since. A quick Google here. 1972.
Oh, that's it?
It's been on, I would say it's been on the
No, it's
registry.
been on the
since
registry
since
since
the
1972.
Oh, sorry, it was added. My apologies.
Yeah, I was going to say it wouldn't be historic from
created
1972.
created in the late 1840s.
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. Yeah, I mean,
And a one laner too. One lane.
it's a one-lane bridge. It's a covered bridge, and I can't tell you how many times someone has, taken their U-Haul moving truck right through the bridge.
Really?
And
Wait, Chad, for the record, since 2020, 50 times
mhm,
That's been hit.
that it's been destroyed. It's been
someone has gone through
Ooh,
with a
screwed up.
with a tall vehicle.
Got stuck in the bridge 50 times
Mhm.
in 4 years.
Wow.
So
And
imagine
it's-
how many before that. That's
Yeah.
just 2020.
And it's people who don't know. I mean, it's like delivery drivers and people renting a U-Haul and
Yeah, I know there's one train tunnel underneath the train tracks in Indianapolis that's like something like 8'10", and it's clearly marked and stuff. But you look at it, it's concrete. But you look at it, that thing gets hit at least once a week. And people get stuck in there, and it's like, pay attention.
This bridge it's ridiculous. It's like,
But yeah, I mean, you'd think someone would pay a little bit more attention going through a historic
there are signs
covered bridge.
everywhere.
signs everywhere.
There's signs everywhere.
I think there's a no truck sign too. They're like no trucks. Like,
Yeah.
oh
You
my,
get plenty of warning.
oh, you get ample warning.
There's tons of signs. Yeah.
There's a place in Texas called Belleville, Texas, where Eric Dickerson's from the town right next to it. He's a famous football player. If you don't know, they've got a bunch of bells strung across, and if you hit those bells and the bells chimes,
oh yeah,
you're not gonna make
that
it.
bridge. Yeah, you're not gonna make it. Yeah,
You're not gonna make
I've seen
it.
that before. Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah, they need to do something like that here because
It's horrible.
it's so sad. Yeah. They've talked about just tearing it down because it costs more to fix it and maintain it because of these.
And it's kind of a major road too. So when the bridge is out, that whole road's out.
Oh yeah, forget it. You have to go miles and miles out of the way.
Yeah, there's a couple in Indiana that they built a bridge, a modern bridge next to it. Like a couple hundred feet away, and they don't let traffic through the old covered bridges anymore.
Yeah. No, they can't do that here because it's like right downtown and there's houses and
there's no room. There's no
room to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, there's both sides are it's a one lane. It's not even a 2 lane.
Use the bells. Get the bells out there.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely terrible. So anyway, that was my first. The infamous Long Grove wooden bridge and sadly archived. Jesse, your first.
My first, like I said, I was about 9 months into caching and it was find number 30 for me. Back in March of 2012, I went into the city downtown and went and found Cloudgate, aka the Bean.
The Bean.
The Bean in Chicago. Yep. And we didn't talk about like what was your reaction when what did you think of your first virtual cache experience? Were you like, oh, that was cool? Or were you like, that was dumb? Or, what were your thoughts? Because it's obviously very different than finding a container.
Go ahead.
I thought, it's like, well, this is pretty cool. It took me to see something interesting. And that was kind of my thoughts. So it's an interesting bronze sculpture set, and I had fun walking around Shanghai, and
mine was I preferred finding things than just doing that. I mean, I found 200 of them, so I don't hate it that much. But I thought it was different. Good or bad, just different. I didn't, I prefer signing a log. I prefer box.
I'm definitely not giving them up. I found 222 so far.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to stop doing them, but
I win. Not that it's a competition. I have 226.
Ooh. I need to get 4 more to catch up.
And 226, it's 1.28% of my total finds.
Mine's
so what did you think of
point
it?
something percent.
So what did you think of
I thought
2.69.
of the
so. So in 2.69, you said?
2.69%.
Oh, okay. All right. So you win there.
Yeah.
So for my experience, all you have to do, for the record, for CloudGate, aka the Bean, which is GCJZDR, you just have to take a picture of yourself in the reflection on the Bean. And
so we can go to the Bean and see a reflective photo of Jesse.
You can, yeah. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. But for me,
Does it look like a funhouse picture?
not, yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it is like a really fun thing to do, to go to the Bean
Yeah.
and like find fun angles and take goofy pictures and stuff. But for me, like, to be able to claim that as a find, I almost felt like I was cheating or something, because like I didn't find anything.
Yeah, I get it.
And that was only my number 30.
Right.
So up until that point, all I had found were traditionals.
Mhm.
So yeah, I kind of felt like, oh, that was way too easy. So
Yeah, they are. It seems like, yeah, especially if it's like just
Well,
a picture or something like that.
The picture
Mhm.
ones are probably way too easy. I like
Mhm.
ones like getting you gotta find a little bit of information and report it back.
For the record, my virtual is take a picture.
My virtual is not take a picture. My virtual is tell me what's the three.
Yeah. Well, I gave people an option. You could either take a picture or you could tell me what a sign says or something like
I
that.
haven't done Jesse's yet. Have you done mine, Jess?
Yeah.
No, I haven't done
At least it's not tell me
Didn't
what
you
the
get my
gate
email?
number is.
Right.
Did you get your email? I must have got your email. No problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Jess, anything
Yeah.
else about yours?
No, nothing else about mine. I do want to give a quick plug, just because we are talking virtuals.
Sure.
I want to give a plug for our friends, the Geocaching Vlogger and See My Shell, and they're it's not new anymore. They're in season 2 now of Treasures of Our Town.
They have seasons.
Yeah, they're on season 2. I think they're on like season 2, episode 3 or 4.
Did they
And
take
this week,
between 1 and 2?
what?
Did they take a break in between seasons?
No, season 2, episode.
But what makes it second season? Why
Because
is
it's their second year.
oh
It's like magazine editions. You have like
Seasons.
So they do seasons. So this is the second year. They are already in season 2, so it's not brand new anymore. But this week, the show that just was released this past Monday is all about virtual geocaching, which is unusual for them, because usually their show is more about the locations and not really about the caching. But they used the top 15 virtual caches in the United States, from Project GC's Wilson score, as the top 15 underrated US spots.
interesting.
So, yeah. So it was interesting to listen to, and I, some of them I'd been to and some of them I hadn't. I learned about a lot of new places and added a few new places on my I'd like to go to list.
Nice. Good plug.
Nice.
Yeah. That was fun.
All right, Chad, anything else, sir?
Nope.
Not for you. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Thanks for all you calling in tonight. We always love when we have a discussion and the people call in. We really appreciate it. And next week, Chad, guess what?
Cash your coffee first of the month.
March. It's March already. Jeez. It's already March, which means it's Cash Your Coffee time. So, guys, next week, Cash Your Coffee. Give us a call. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. And trust me, slim pickings in the news lately. So it's give us a call. We can talk about it. All right, guys. Thanks for calling in. Thanks for the chat room. You guys are awesome. We will talk to you guys next week. Everybody be well. Bye-bye. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and on our website, geocachingpodcast.com. The archive video versions of our podcasts are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available wherever you find your favorite podcasts. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click that subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $5, you will get a ton of additional information, extra video, extra audio, only available to our patron members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FTF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Odds Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Ardent Crafted, PatTags.com, Geocaching Adventures LLC, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week, so we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones. We'll talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. Oh, both kids walking in during the show. All right, everybody, you guys be well. We'll talk to you guys next week. Everybody have fun tomorrow. Get 4 caches tomorrow.
Definitely.
All right.
Manana.
All right, guys, be well, be safe.
Bye-bye.